Hello and welcome. Let's take a walk through a really profound and honestly an often overlooked principle of our faith. It's a simple idea, but it holds the secret to the true value of, well, everything we do. It's a question we all face, isn't it? We fill our days with so many tasks, so many deeds, some big, some small. But what is it that makes them heavy on the scale of significance? What gives them real, genuine meaning? You might think it's the grand gestures, the things everyone can see and clap for. But the truth, it's often much quieter, it goes much deeper than that. It's not about how big the action looks from the outside.
The real value, the true weight of our deeds, it comes from a place no one else can see. It's like a seed planted deep within us, and every single bit of it, comes down to our intention.
All right, so let's dive into this. This isn't just some nice thought. It's a foundational principle. It's a cornerstone teaching that really shapes our entire understanding of faith and action.
Let's just let that sink in for a moment. Actions are but by intentions. What that means is the action itself is kind of like a cup. The intention is what you fill it with. You can have the most beautiful cup in the world, but if it's empty, it's just an empty cup.
So this one, teaching it becomes the ultimate measure. It's the scale that doesn't weigh the action, it weighs the heart behind the action. It's how we can tell the difference between two deeds that look completely identical from the outside. And this slide right here shows you just how real this gets. I mean, picture it. Two people praying, side by side, doing the exact same movements. One is praying purely for God, just seeking His pleasure. The other is praying to be seen, to be praised by the people around them. One action is accepted and rewarded, the other is completely rejected, lost like dust in the wind. Same action, but a universe of difference in what it means. And this teaching on intention, it doesn't stop there. It uses this really powerful metaphor to explain how this works in the journey of our lives, the metaphor of migration.
So you see, the whole point is the destination of the heart. The physical journey could have been exactly the same for two people, but the purpose behind that journey determined where they truly ended up. One person migrates and arrives at God. Another migrates and arrives at some temporary worldly thing. The destination is defined entirely by the intention.
And this isn't just about some historical event from long ago. No, it's about a migration that you and I undertake every single day in every single moment. It's a migration of the soul. And this, right here, is the real journey. It's that constant movement away from our lower self, our ego, our need for praise, and towards something higher. It's migrating from being attached to what people think of us to being attached only to our Creator. This is the heart's true migration.
Okay, so how do we make this real? How do we take this profound wisdom and turn it into a living, breathing part of our everyday lives?
Here it is. This is the key. A simple, powerful pause. Before you speak, before you start your work, before you post something online, before you help someone, just for a split second, ask yourself this one question. For whom?
This is how you build the habit. It's a moment of stillness, a moment of questioning, and then a moment of conscious direction. You can take the most ordinary, mundane act, and just by pointing your heart in the right direction, you can transform it into an act of worship.
I mean, just think about this. The power of intention is so immense that it can literally grant you the reward for a good deed you were never even able to do. A sincere wish, a pure desire to do good, it's written down for you as if you had actually done it. That's just how merciful and magnificent this whole principle is.
Now, if this feels difficult, if it sounds like a lot of work, please know that you are in very good company. This is not a simple, check-the-box kind of task. The most righteous and wisest people who ever lived considered this to be the work of a lifetime.
Listen to this. One of the great scholars of the past, Sufyan ath-Thawri, he admitted this. He said that wrestling with his own intention was his most difficult struggle because the heart is always shifting, always changing. This should give us a lot of comfort, and it should motivate us to just keep trying, knowing that the struggle itself is noble.
This quote right here, it just perfectly captures the whole thing. Your intention is like a powerful lens. It can either magnify or shrink your actions. A simple smile given for the sake of God can become immense, and a massive charity project done for fame can become totally weightless.
So let's be crystal clear about this. The intention, or Niyyah,
as it's called in Arabic, it's not some words you mumble with your tongue. It's a silent orientation of the heart. It's the inner compass that gives all of your actions their true north.
And so, we end where we began, with a question for you. The very next thing you do after watching this, maybe it's eating a meal, or speaking to a loved one, or going back to work, whatever it is, take a moment, pause, and decide, what will your intention be? Because that decision, well, that decision can change everything.